Greetings, everyone. This is Reverend Ruth on Story Bar with Angel Healing Ministries. How are you all doing today? I'm just here to wish you all. I know St. Patrick's Day has passed. I'm kind of still celebrating, as you can see, just a little bit. And I wanted to all, it's fun to celebrate. When we celebrate, it means we're happy, we're joyous, we're enjoying life, let alone so many other things that we are enjoying in life ourselves alone. Let me start with our mission statement. Our mission is to guide you on your path to find God, as we support you with love and light, and show you how important truth and faith are along your path back to God, and show you how important truth and faith are along your path back to God. And you say that like 3 times, my friends, until it becomes a part of you. And I always say this with every single time I talk. Truth and faith are one of the most important things in life that we have, because these two things keep us motivated, moving forward, and doing what we have to do to get where we need to go in life. And we use them to motivate us. If we didn't have faith, what more would we have? We would have nothing, my friends. But one thing is very important to make things work. And Joel was talking about this on Saturday. It's important that we love ourselves first. And when we love ourselves first, and he talked about something totally different, but the one thing that caught my attention from that was loving ourselves first. And when we love ourselves first, we go above and beyond to make things happen for us. And the most important thing about that, my friends, is this: when we love ourselves first, we can move forward, and we can the next steps after that are easier. Once we love ourselves first, it's easier for us to forgive anybody. We learn to forgive ourselves as well as forgive anyone else. And we can do a lot more than we thought we could do, my friends. And by loving ourselves first, it's very, very important, my friends. Because when we love ourselves first, it makes us motivated. It motivates us to do other things. It also helps us to get through so many more things. I mean, how many of you have looked in the mirror and said, "I love you," have told yourself that you love yourself? How many of you have not been able to do that? I do it every day when I get a chance. I will look in my mirror every morning and say, "I love you, Ruth, I love you." And that's a great practice, because the more you show yourself love, the more you can make room for other people in your life, let alone forgive anybody else and forgive anything else in the past that has happened, and so much more. There is so much truth to that "love yourself first" saying, because it kind of goes with that airplane effect. You see, my friends, how important it is for us with the airplane effect, how it is important to us for us to take care of ourselves first. Because when we put the mask on ourselves, the oxygen mask on ourselves first, we can help the next person. But if we put it on the next person, what good is it if you pass out and you can't? So it's always best to put that mask on yourself first, and then put it on the next person next to you. Now, this is a touchy subject, because we're not trying to say build your ego, my friends. We're trying to say show some love for yourself. Show some respect for yourself for moving forward and doing what you want to do. And the more you love yourself, the more motivated you feel, and the more things you find yourself wanting to do. And you can open your life to others. And I've discovered over time, with the challenges that I've gone through over time with my mom, that by loving myself first and putting myself first, and then getting everything else done, everything else kind of falls into place. Because when it falls into place, it makes life a little bit easier. And another thing that's important is, if you're working or or you have, let's say, your own store, it's always good to be right on time. It's always good when you go out, my friends, to dress especially well, because that's you saying you love yourself. If you go out there dressed in stuff that doesn't look as attractive or doesn't look as nice. I'm just fixing my sweater a little bit here. Excuse me. You see another thing that's important that I'm not sure if any of you know, but then again, many of you may know. The way we dress And when we love ourselves, it also shows, because we're also not only loving ourselves, but we're also representing more important things like the universe, like God. Because if you're going to go out there and you're going to follow universal spirit, and you're going to do what you're doing, you also need to make it to a point where you look good. You don't want to look, all grudgy and stuff like that. Some people are comfortable with that, but it's always nice to dress up nicely when you go out into the community. I mean, it's great to, to be around the house if you're like doing housework and stuff, and wearing stuff that you're comfortable in. But the moment you get out into the community, and I've discovered this, I do my best to dress like I'm ready for every interview. I'm ready for an interview all the time, because I'm representing a very important factor, and that's Mother, Father, God. And if you have a community of people that believe in you and follow you, my friends, your best bet is to walk your talk. And I have seen people in the past, no names mentioned, but it happened a while back when I was living within the Arizona. In Arizona, there was a community there where the minister, she was great and all, but the one thing she forgot to say, she forgot to walk her talk. Now probably she's probably been reminded by numerous people, and I'm sure she's walking her talk now. But if you're going to talk about spiritual stuff like this that you're going to be talking about, you need to walk the talk as well. And I think I've brought this up, and it's all a part of loving yourself as well. When you walk your talk, people have a better chance of following you and saying, "Wow, he or she is saying certain things, and they're doing it as they said." That means they're walking their talk. So it's more about, again, you're representing Mother, Father, God. You're representing the universe, and when you walk your talk, you can build a community of people. Because when you're a minister, remember, you're the face of whatever your ministry is. So you must walk your talk, you must dress. And of course, it's up to many people. Nobody can tell you what to do. You'll make a choice in the end. It's just a recommendation. You must dress to look extraordinary. You don't have to wear a business suit every day, but enough where you look nice when you go out there into the community. And I know for many it can be a challenge, especially if you're in the middle of doing something and you're really doing some hard work around the house, and you don't have the energy to change and present yourself differently. You still should do that, because you never know who's going to be watching you, because God is always watching you. And I think Joel hit this on point too. And I've had it happen to me as well. I've had days where I just don't feel like going. I don't feel like getting dressed up or looking nice when I go out into the community. For a long time, a long time, I came to the realization that I needed to change a few things about myself if I was going to continue to be successful. That I needed to dress successfully. I needed to be impressive, and I needed to be impressionable. Because I'm representing my community. I'm representing the Angel Healing Ministries. And trying to build a community of people, you want to look good wherever you go. I mean, again, no business suits, but enough where you look nice. A nice sweater, like what I'm wearing right now, a scarf, if it's not too hot. Makeup, for some, others don't need makeup, or they don't want to wear makeup. You don't have to wear makeup, but it's just another recommendation. And going out there with a perfectly wonderful attitude about life. And my counselor had made it clear to me that I needed to change a few things in my world to become who I am, to continue forward with what I'm doing and what my beliefs are. Because I needed a more positive outlook. I needed a more upbeat outlook. Because when I get out there, I want to impress. I want to, it goes for the same as an event planner. If you do event planning, you want to look like, because you want to look good. You want to look business casual, because you never know when you're going to run into a client when you're doing something. Even when you're hiking or walking out there, dress nice enough, where you look good. And I do that when I go hiking too. I don't wear ripped t-shirts. I wear a blouse or a top that looks pleasant, or looks nice. And because you're out there, you're the face of the community. You're the face of what you're doing. You're gonna be, you're the first impression that people are gonna see. So you have to make it work that way, because first impressions also go hand in hand with loving yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you don't want to get all that nice and dressed up. You don't want to do certain things. But when you love yourself and learn to accept whatever is coming your way, and I'm just new to this. As many of you know, at some point I had some, I feel anxiety every once in a while. And my counselor has been a blessing to me, and he has helped me through a lot. And also, that's also, again, a part of loving yourself. Why would you want to put yourself through something that was going to hurt you or stress you out? Why do you want to do it? But if you love yourself, you see a different perspective. When you love yourself, you approach life from a different angle, which is very important. Excuse me, I just want to get a drink of water. Thank you. Because you're going to approach things from a different angle when you start to change your outlook on life and your appearance, and when you show that you want to do what you want to do. This goes with any kind of job, or like if you're working for another person, you want to be on time. You want to go above and beyond. It's important. I know for a fact that when I went above and beyond for customers, when I was doing retail, and I still do, I felt better. I felt like I accomplished something. And that's what we're asking you to do. We're asking you to love yourself and going above and beyond to impress. And when you feel that way, by loving yourself really helps, my friends. You want to grow. You got to remember, you are the face of what your representation is going to be. If you're a counselor, a spiritual advisor, you want to approach the community in a way that you are somebody that people want to come and talk to. I've discovered in my past, when I was younger, I could go to any Starbucks or any coffee house and sit down. And for some reason, when I was sitting down, I wasn't alone for very much. For a very long period of time. Somebody would come and sit with me, or other people would come sit with me and tell me their problems. And that should have been my first sign that I was meant to do what I'm doing now as a minister, a counselor, spiritual advisor. Because people love to talk to me. And when I was younger, I took the steps to become a minister. Well, it's not that I took the steps. God had the plan set up ahead of time for me. I mean, it took a surgery for me to realize, and seeing that having that near-death experience and making myself realize that there was more to me than I thought. And you're going to run into people that are going to steal your dreams, that are going to put you down because it's something going on with them. You need to find a way to make them understand. If they're going to put you down, don't let their words discourage or affect you. Because remember, you're your own person. You're not what you're not what people expect. You're not what people try and mold you into becoming. You're your own person. You make your own decisions. You choose your destiny with God's help, of course. But you never should ever let anybody, my friends, tell you how to live your life. And if you want to keep being successful, dress for success, my friends. Appear in the community as somebody that is successful, as somebody who has their self together, my friends. And if it helps, my friends, stand in front of that mirror in your home each and every day and say, I love you. And see how that works. Because the more you love yourself, the more you expand your horizons, the more you find a different perspective. And you find yourself doing many different things, my friends. So be the person that you're meant to be. Open. God has opened the door to you for success. Take that door. Make that step. Remember, you are the face of what it is you're doing. You are the face of your company. You are the face of what you want to represent. So make sure you are exceptional as well. Thanks. And if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe. We love you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day and night. And we'll talk to you real soon. We love you. Namaste. Thanks.